We're going to plead guilty to the one.
All right, sir, you can't speak from the back of the room.
I'm finished. Thank you.
Who's next? Yes, sir.
The microphone's not working. They can't hear it online. Is there any way to try to fix it? Maybe plug it in a little more?
Check it, look at that again,
Yeah.
Mr. Rumble.
This thing's not on.
Maybe it's not in the back. I don't know.
You got a broken mic here, and none of the people online can hear it. So, is there any way I can get a microphone? Can I borrow a microphone? There you go. Hello, can you hear me? Great. So at this point, we're 11 months into this, back and forth with the Carns family. At the December 6th meeting, the Carns showed up here and tried to seek some answers. And Mr. Prime, you said that no comments were allowed to be made. You recommended that the council make no comments. Now, at the very next meeting on December 20th, without noticing the agenda at all, that 4 statements were going to be read in the record, one including the most controversial subject of all year, the Carns Farm controversy. And somehow, the only people to show up at that meeting on December 20th must have been told to be here because they clapped at that statement very loudly. Probably the same trolls online who attack people viciously at your behest. The truth about the Carns Farm is this is retaliation. It's 100% retaliation. If it's not, then how is it the maximum fine that I could find for anybody else to get a commercial truck violation is $1,000? You gave Mrs. Carns, a first-time violator who's never been in trouble in her whole life, you recommended a $10,000 fine. One of the people, by the way, who got the fine, their record is weapons violations, restraining orders. Jesus. Seriously, I don't even understand what's going on here. At the trial, where she pled guilty, you had Susan McBride, the neighbor, show up to testify. She had a warrant out for her arrest that day from your township for stealing from the property. You encouraged the person who's obviously mentally unstable to trespass on their property. You accepted her video and used it against this family. You not only should be ashamed, that oath you just took, that Bible should set on fire when you touched it. You are not a good mayor. You are a terrible mayor. You are terrible council people for agreeing with this man. The Magnify Brewing thing? Come on, buddy. You were in contact with them months prior to the building you were even vacating the building. You vacated the building and moved in on May 21st to the new building. December 20th, you were talking to Magnify Brewing and saying you had a brewery interested in the property already? 9 days after the RFP was put out, Mr. Knoll and you met with the representatives from Magnify Brewing. That's against public contract law. You cannot give them unfair advantage. You had the bid out for 44 days. You claim that you didn't start the sales process for the building in your statement until after you moved into the building. That's a complete lie, Mayor. Why do you put statements... But by the way, why the hell would you make a statement after 11 months on the Carns Farm when Tim Prime told you not to make one? And then make it when the Carns aren't even here to respond. So obviously, that's what is happening tonight. There's a rebuttal happening. But here's what I think. I think that the fact that you, Mr. Prime, that you, Mr. Rebstock, Mr. Watson, you had said that it was the judge that was the one that imposed that fine, right? You blamed it on the judge. You said we could have asked for more. And you were nice to the 81-year-old scofflaw commercial truck kingpin, Carolyn Carns. Right? You are criminals, if you ask me. You are breaking the Constitution. You just swore to be non-biased. You just swore on that Bible to be non-biased and to treat your citizens with the same respect, each one of them. And look at the one you take advantage of. Shame. Shame.
sir.
Brian Carns, grab the mic. There you go. They can't hear you, Brian. They want to hear you.
All right. So, like Pat was saying, we were here a couple weeks ago. Everybody said you can't, well, Tim, you looking? Because you had a lot to say to my brother when we were here, and you advised my brother and us that you told the council, he advised you guys, your council advised you guys not to speak on the record because this is under appeal. Is there an answer we can get where that obviously had changed and you guys did go on public record with your statements without even putting it on the agenda for the night? You obviously invited your friends up. A lot of people knew with this small group here what you guys were doing because, I don't know, Alberto Wolf was back there. I'm not sure who else was here, but there was some clapping over there. So you guys must go into executive session the night when my mom comes up here and we ask you to speak. And that's where you did your prepared statements. I don't know how else you would do it with council uniting on this. So you tell us one thing there that night, and I guess then the following meeting you come out with prepared statements. Is that something like you guys could explain to me how that process actually worked and why it wasn't on the agenda and it wasn't really explained to the community? Okay, I figured that. Next thing would be, Frank, you go on the record and say that David and I don't even own the farm.
You don't.
How do you figure?
265 Mount Holly Road, you own that?
I'm
You
on
own
the
it?
deed. I pay the
you
bills
own
there.
265 Mount Holly
Yes,
Road?
I do.
No, you don't.
How do you figure? I'm on the deed. I've been on that deed since 1983.
Not on.
My mom can't sell it.
No, well, I'm
Oh,
tired
Chalk, dude, chill out, man.
tired
Let
of
him
this.
talk. At least
tired of
somebody's
him.
up here
He doesn't even
talking.
know what property he owns.
Do you know? Are you wearing makeup, first of all?
No.
There's something weird going on here. There really is something weird going
nothing.
on here. I don't understand it, okay?
What?
First of all, it doesn't matter. Are you saying that I don't own the farm?
You don't own 265
How?
Mount Holly Road.
How?
You're not on the deed.
I am on the deed.
There's a life estate that his mom has, I believe, is what is technically correct. But she does own, she has an ownership. You should apologize.
You should recant your statement because we do own it. My mom can't sell that farm without us signing off.
Okay, well,
Do you not know that? Do you guys not even do any research?
maybe we should issue some more violations to
Dude,
these
bring them. Bring them. Bring them, dude. Love it. Love it. This is what you guys are all about up here. Write those tickets because you, Lauren, your seats are going to be empty. You guys are not coming back here this year. It's not going to happen. Write those tickets,
I have
dude.
more free time.
If you look into this and it turns out I'm telling the truth, where my name is on the deed, will you go on to the public record and say you made a mistake and recant it?
You're on the deed.
We are on the deed.
You have a current legal interest in that property.
Dude, are you in a bubble? Seriously?
No, I'm
you
not.
haven't looked up the deed at the farm?
No, I
Do you
haven't.
know that our grandfather wasn't even our mom's dad? It's our dad's dad. He left it to all of us. The deed was left to everybody. We all own the farm.
263 Mount Holly Road, you're listed.
You guys, man, I can't get over this, man. My grandfather leaves us this farm, and I got a member of council going on the record that I don't own it?
I don't know why it matters, but let's move on.
It matters! Are you kidding me? I own that farm. I love it. I have a public official up here saying I don't.
That doesn't have anything to do with the violations.
It does, because he can't have one truck there. How much time do we have?
He also said he's going to write me more violations, right?
You're on the deed.
I hope you're that dumb to write more tickets to us. I really, really do. Bury us. Bury us with tickets, guys. That's how pathetic this whole group is. That's it. Happy New Year.
Anyone else?